Give us your perfect prediction.
43-10.
43-10 is J-Dog.
43-10. Seattle Seahawks blow the Patriots out of the water. And I think the receiving core, one of the receivers is going to get MVP, if not one of the defensive players. So
I think I would take Jackson Smith and Jigba on the under for receiving yards. I think the Patriots lock him down. I think that's the number one focus. It opens up probably Cooper Kupp. And
Cooper Kupp's been here before. He won an MVP the last time he played in a Super Bowl, which was also on NBC.
I think that I'm going to take the Patriots. I think the Seahawks are in over their head, to be completely honest. And I think that the Patriots are underdogs. And I feel like when you doubt someone, it doesn't matter, regardless of how much talent you have. The Seahawks are doubting the Patriots. The Seahawks think they have.
They're supposed to. They're not supposed to say,
I think someone's
got to,
but it's
somebody's got to win.
The fans, the news, the media, everyone's doubting the Patriots. I just think that the Patriots have that underdog mentality, just like the Eagles did when they won in 52.
Well, here's the thing. You saw last year a Super Bowl rematch, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the same network, Fox, between the Chiefs and the Eagles.
But the difference is the Eagles team and the Chiefs team that faced each other last year were the same teams, essentially, that faced each other in that first Super Bowl. And this Patriots team is different from the last Patriots team. I think the old Patriots team was better, but I think this Seahawks team is better. I'm just saying you can't base it off of,
and the jerseys too. I just think there's too much. There's too much of last year that I think is going to happen this year. And as I said before, the only time the Super Bowl, the milestone Super Bowls have ever been close, the Steelers and the Cowboys were playing in it. Super Bowl 10 and Super Bowl 30. They were within 10 points. Whereas this has been, as I said, Super Bowl 1 was a blowout. 20 was a blowout. The Patriots were in that. Super Bowl 40 was a blowout. The Seahawks were in that. Super Bowl 50 was a blowout, which was a decade ago in Santa Clara, California. I just think, and again, I think the NFC is a far better conference.
All right, I'm going to tell you my perfect prediction right now.
Okay.
I'm going to call Patriots, Seattle, 31-28, New England wins. It's going to be my final score. Patriots are plus 190 right now. Seahawks are minus 230 on the money line. Minus 4.5-point favorites. Those are your Super Bowl odds. Dog. Time for our power rankings. Time to get into our power rankings. But we didn't share our Super Bowl parlays and locks. So let's get into it because we don't have a lot of time left. J-Dog and I are both going to bet on the Super Bowl, and we're going to do the spread. J-Dog's taking the Seahawks minus 4.5. I am going to take the Patriots at plus 4.5. So those will be our locks. And then your parlay of the week. Do you want to share it?
JSN will get 5 catches in the Super Bowl, as will Cooper Kupp, 5 catches in the Super Bowl. Both will have 5 catches.
Yep.
Whether it'll be Sam Darnold or not. Let's see.
And
who is the backup anyway?
For the Seahawks, is it Drew Lock still? No, he played for the Giants last year, didn't he?
I think he did.
I don't remember who their backup is.
How about that?
Yeah, we'll have to see. But also, you told me off air, we threw an extra leg on there.
Yeah.
I've got the odds for you. So J-Dog's parlay was Jackson Smith and Jigba 5 catches, Cooper Kupp 5 catches, and then Cooper Kupp 25 receiving yards. And that comes out to be plus 296. Decent odds, pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too far unrealistic. And then mine, I got plus 315 odds on my bet. My parlay of the week, I got Jackson Smith and Jigba under 96.5 receiving yards. His over-under is 96.5. I've got Drake May 25 rushing yards, and I got Sam Darnold throwing 1 pick in the Super Bowl. So that's going to be my parlay. Our locks are the spread for the Super Bowl. J-Dog, why don't we get into our power rankings for Bet This?
We've only got 2 more weeks of the NBA power rankings because next week is All-Star Weekend. So next week we'll have the rankings for that. And the week after that, we won't have the rankings because they're not going to be playing back until, the end of the week. So,
yes.
Okay, we will start at 10, the Minnesota Timberwolves. At number 9, the Los Angeles Lakers. Moving up, number 8, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 7, the Houston Rockets. Number 6, the New York Knicks. At number 5, the Denver Nuggets. They've kind of taken a little bit of a tumble. Jokic is back, by the way.
I saw that.
At number 4, the Boston Celtics. At number 3, the Detroit Pistons. At number 2, the San Antonio Spurs, who once again beat the number 1 team in the NBA, their division rival, the reigning, defending, undisputed NBA champion, Oklahoma City Thunder.
I still think the Spurs have a shot at winning the title. I think they might be the only team in the West that could take down the Thunder besides like maybe the Nuggets?
If you give it a 7-game series, I don't trust the Spurs right now. Just right now. Give it 2 more years. I think that they need there's a missing piece. And this is the regular season. I take no stock into what is going on as opposed to April and May and June. The NHL has the Olympic break coming up. So this is the last we'll be doing the rankings until March.
Wow.
So one time we do the rankings in the month of February, and it's right here. At number 10, the reigning, defending, undisputed Western Conference champion Edmonton Oilers. At number 9, the Vegas Golden Knights. At number 8, the Buffalo Sabres. Break up the Sabes. At number 7, the Detroit Red Wings. At number 6, the Montreal Canadiens. Hams. At number 5, the Carolina Hurricanes. At number 4, the Minnesota Wild.
Shocking a lot of
people. I don't trust them come playoff time. Yeah. It's not playoff time right now. At number 3, the Dallas Stars. At number 2, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And at number 1, who else? The Colorado Avalanche.
Since we started the season, the NBA and the NHL haven't moved those number 1 spots. It's been the Thunder and the Avs since we started.
And you know what? Could be more of the same for men's and women's college hoops.
Maybe you take the power rankings to the bank and you bet on, all of our number 1 seeds to parlay together for a championship. Avs with the Thunder and then maybe like Duke in Arizona or UConn, Arizona. We'll see. I don't want to give away anything, but let's get to it, dog.
At number 10 for the men's hoops for the college basketball rankings is number 10 is Michigan State. At number 9, Nebraska. At number 8, Houston. At number 7, Iowa State. At number 6, Illinois. Number 5, Gonzaga, believe it or not. Michigan at number 4. Number 3, Duke. At number 2, UConn. And at number 1, who else? Undefeated, the Arizona Wildcats. That's for the men. And then for the women in the top 10. At number 10, Michigan. They were a lot higher a couple weeks ago.
Yes. They swapped actually this week with one of your favorite schools.
At number 9, Iowa. At number 8, the Ohio State University. At number 7, Vanderbilt. Vandy's kind of taken a tumble in the rankings as well. At number 6, I love this. At number 6 is LSU, and number 5 is Texas. They've kind of switched places in the last few weeks. It's kind of interchangeable. At number 4, South Carolina. They've taken a little bit of a tumble. Not too much, but a little. At number 3, Louisville. At number 2, UCLA. They are hot to go right now. They're not as hot as the number 1 team in all of the land. Undefeated still, and the reigning, defending, undisputed NCAA women's college champs, the UConn Huskies.
Yes, the UConn Huskies still rocking and rolling for your college basketball. I mean, I can't believe that the Lady Huskies are still dominating.
Gino Auriemma is one of the greatest coaches in the history of this game. So you're gonna miss him when he's gone. If you hate him, I don't care what anyone says. It's like with LeBron. You're gonna miss him when he's gone.
I just can't believe that they just every year keep competing. And it's like a lot of these college coaches and college basketball specifically don't get enough of the credit that they deserve.
Especially for women's college basketball, because they're trying to build a program.
When you watch like college football, right? Mm-hmm. And you see like a Kurt Signetti do really good, have a great season, something like that. First thing we thought was like, is he going to Vegas? Is he going to get a professional job?
Which he didn't, obviously.
Right. But you never hear really with coaches in college basketball getting that next bump up. It's like, it feels like it's almost like
it's such a rarity.
Right. It's not
Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan was in the absolute prime at Florida and said, there might be an opening here in the NBA. Why don't I take it? And he did. So good on him.
A couple of games, by the way. We always give out the top 25 matchups.
Before you go there,
I
want to say college basketball coaches for women are building a program. Men, whether it's football, they're basketball, they're building a brand.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yes, 100%. For men's college basketball, we've got a couple of Saturday top 25 matchups. Want to elude one of the best rivalries in sports this weekend. Mm-hmm. Can you guess what it is?
Would that be Duke versus North Carolina?
It is Duke versus North Carolina.
Is this for the women or the men?
This is men. Okay. Saturday at 6:30 p.m. ESPN. It's a tip-off between number 4 Duke at UNC.
So they're in Chapel Hill. Okay.
Yes. Yep. So that'll be a good matchup. And then at 8 o'clock on Fox, you can catch number 5 Illinois, who is in our top rankings, taking on number 10 Michigan State, also in our top rankings.
Big 10 matchup.
Yep. And then the last top 25 for men's, we've got Houston taking on BYU 10:30 at Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. And then late night hoops.
Yeah. And then that does it for your men's college basketball. Let's transition to the women's and get to their schedule. Saturday for women's, let's see. It looks like there's nothing. And then Sunday, usually the women's matchups are on Sunday. We've got UCLA number 2 taking on number 8 Michigan, the Wolverines. 3 p.m. on Sunday on
Big Ten.
Fox. Number 19, Tennessee at number 3, South Carolina. That's 3 p.m. on ABC. And that
SEC.
does it, actually, for your top 25 versus top 25. And that does it for your power rankings.